I'm Toastmaster, dear Toastmasters and fellow guests, if we have any. Life is like a big snowball. The most important thing is to find wet snow and to find a really long hill. The man that said these words is basically one of the biggest inspirations in my life. His name is Warren Buffett. And so today I want to tell you more about who this person is and why he's been my inspiration for ever since I discovered him, why he's been my role model for about 6 years. So Warren Buffett is the most successful investor of our time. And basically, the most important thing is that he achieved his enormous success while maintaining this massive, high level of personal integrity and impeccable reputation. So I'll tell you a bit more about him, some fun facts, and why he's been so important in my life specifically. So Warren Buffett was born in 1930, so he's 82 years old, still alive and kicking. And he was born in Omaha, US. And ever since childhood, he displayed this excellent talent for not only making money, he was selling newspapers to local families and cans of Coca-Cola and stuff like that, but also for saving money. So he was, at the age of 14, he filed his first tax return, which got him a $35 income tax saving. And at the age of 11, he bought his first stock, which is a share of a publicly traded company, at the age of 11. And as the joke goes, that he usually uses, is that he really regrets the biggest mistake in his life. He didn't do it earlier. So that tells a little bit about Warren Buffett. Now, in the 70 years that he's been in the business, he basically created one of the most admired, I would say, creations in the world of deal making, and that creation is called Berkshire Hathaway. It's one of the biggest investment holding companies, which is valued at over $200 billion, and it operates in a range of businesses, starting from chewing gum manufacturer, ending with government bond reinsurance companies. And Warren Buffett is the biggest shareholder in this business, and that puts him at like a top 3 richest people in the world list with a net worth of over $60 billion. When you think about things like when you pay for something with an American Express credit card, or when you drink a glass of Coca-Cola, you don't normally think who are the people behind these massive brands, and especially when it comes to American household names like Gillette, like IBM, like Coca-Cola, and all these huge brands. It's often Warren Buffett and his investment company that's behind them all. And also, an interesting fact, if you wanted to have dinner with Mr. Warren Buffett, and he's always welcome for that, the thing is, you can have that chance, and there's an auction organized every year in eBay to buy that chance, and last year it cost you $5 million. And the funny thing, that proceeds, they don't go to cover the restaurant food bill, they go into a local charity in California that was funded by Warren Buffett's first wife. Now there's a lot of interesting facts that we can keep going on and about, because for people of his stature, there's always a lot of stuff. But what I want to talk about a bit more is how he affected my life, why it's important for me to talk about him. Now, the first thing that I've sort of learned from him is that you need to be able to be best at something, you need to be able to let other people do things that they are better at than you are. You need to let go. And Buffett, it's common, it makes sense, and we all know that. But Buffett is an example of where he goes out of his way to make sure that more competent people are always taking care of things on his behalf, where he knows that he can focus only on one specific thing where he's best at, which is capital allocation and investment decision making. That's one thing. Another thing is the question of reputation. As he puts it in his own words, you can spend 20 years of building reputation and 5 minutes of ruining it. What I've learned from that is not that your reputation is made of the success of the money that you make, or whatever, in whichever sphere you're active in. The reputation comes from personal integrity. And what I mean by personal integrity, it's the ability to keep your word, to stick to what you're saying. And that's what I've learned from him, because he's that kind of person. Now, the last lesson is the ability to acknowledge fear and to manage it and to work with it, to eliminate that and to make sure it's not a limiting factor. Interestingly, Warren Buffett's biggest fear is, or was, guess what? It was the fear of public speaking. He repeatedly, to this day, often in his interviews, apart from all his jokes about billions of dollars and everything, he always repeatedly said that his biggest fear was public speaking, and he often got sick, like physically sick, only from the thought alone of having to speak in front of people. But he didn't manage that, and early in his career he took a Dale Carnegie public speaking course, where he basically, and he keeps on always repeating that this small course was the most important training in his life, because it turned him from like a teenager into a socially capable adult. Again, what I can learn from that is that any talented, or no matter how talented, no matter how motivated or gifted anyone is, we all have our fears, our doubts, and our weaknesses. The most important thing is to acknowledge that and accept them, and to work with them to be able to manage them. So all in all, I've been extremely lucky, I'd say, to have discovered a role model like that. Not because of the fact that his net worth is 3 times Latvian GDP, but the fact that he's got a unique personality which combines, the most importantly, a values-based lifestyle. He sticks to certain values that he never changes throughout his life, and a personal integrity, and obviously genius business acumen and things of that nature. So, and just to let you know, I'm going to actually Omaha next year to participate in this massive shareholder meeting that they have. I'm not a shareholder though, because his share costs $140,000 per share. But it's a massive gathering of people. Whoever wants to go there, they can go, and hopefully I'll see Warren Buffett in real life. So if anyone's interested in joining me, you can do that. That's it. Thank you.